Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interestinglife.com. You're joining me on board my good old Mango Bike single speed bike as we head over this little old bridge and past a few farmhouses down the country lanes from Western Rin, just on the border with Wales, and then we're going to cross over the border, head down to the canal, passing Chirk Castle, and then go up the canal until we reach my humble little narrowboat home, Tilly. Firstly, though, let's just enjoy some of the sights of these random country lanes. As I've said in so many videos, I've been incredibly lucky to grow up in areas like this, and obviously now that I've got my little boats that I move around in all sorts of incredibly rural areas around Shropshire and Wales, I've been able to explore and get out and see more and more of these sorts of places. And there's just something that, well, as you'll see as we get further and further into this video, there's just so many random little bits and pieces to discover when you've got endless winding roads and all of the footpaths that cut across fields all over the place, as well as obviously being a very sort of old traditional area of farming and things like that. Just the buildings and things that you come across sometimes. There's old lime kilns and stuff that are all completely overgrown, and without somebody who knew that they were there, you'd easily go past them maybe 10 times a day and never know they were there. Anyway, as we head down the hill here, this bridge that we're crossing at one point I think was closed for almost 2 years, and it was properly closed that you couldn't even walk across it. It was so reinforced and fenced off, which you can imagine caused a slight annoyance. Looking up from that bridge though, you can see we've got this wonderful view of the aqueduct and the viaduct. Don't know if you can see there's just a yellow holiday boat going across there. We don't want to join the road and go up to Chirk itself. What we're doing here is pushing our bike up past the very edge of the Chirk Castle grounds. Again, just what I was talking about, all of these random bits of old building and old walls and gates and goodness knows what. And of course, the mighty white gates of Chirk Castle. Travelling downhill though, we're almost at the canal. We've skipped out the actual trip to the aqueduct as you saw it from such a great distance just then. We're dropping down now at the back of Chirk Tunnel. This is definitely somewhere you want to make sure that your brakes are nice and secure, because you can easily zip straight off here, as you can imagine, into the canal. So definitely an area for caution. But as we travel up and along here, this is one of the quite odd places of the canal locally, I think, where you're sort of trapped for this length in between two, almost like a valley of trees. So it's extremely dark. Even in the summer months, it can be quite chilly sometimes when you wake up in the mornings, because you just don't get the direct sunlight like you do in some of the open areas of canal. But when you're there in the winter, you can imagine, with the dark nights in particular, it's extremely dark all night long, especially if it's an overcast, rainy day. The day that you're seeing this filming on is obviously not the world's most sunny day, so we're passing across the entry to Chirk Marina here. Obviously the entry's only by water from this side though. And I suppose this is one of the places that I really do enjoy mooring up. It's sort of almost at the Pontcysyllu Aqueduct, or Vroncesyllu, however you wish to say it. This is the smaller tunnel. There's the bigger tunnel that we just missed as well, as we're coming down that steep part to the canal. But walking through the tunnel itself, you can see there's two boats moored up there. I wonder if one of those is where we want to be. So on that note, I will say thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out my other videos for loads of boating and all sorts of other stuff from the outdoors, such as weekly biking videos. Feel free to add me personally on Facebook and Twitter, or like the Facebook page if you want to see loads of photos and general updates from life afloat. And please do consider checking out my books available for the Kindle. Just search Amazon for The Narrowboat Lad, or find links to everything in the description below. Until the next time, keep it bike-worthy, keep it boat-worthy, have a fantastic day, and farewell.